Hi guys, welcome back again. It's your boy Kenny. I'm so excited to be back again. Thank you guys for all of you that actually reached out to me and showed me some love. Some of you actually said, Kenny, we love what you're doing. Can you keep it up? A lot of you also asked me some questions which I was really happy to answer. And I hope I was able to answer you guys properly. So like I said, in my last video, like the reason why I actually started this channel is because I'm looking forward to helping young people who are probably living abroad, who don't know what to do with their investments, with their finances. They've got money but they don't know how to start, um, what to do with their money and stuff like that. Like to help them to kind of preach a gospel that guys, it's time to start thinking in the direction of agro businesses, because now, trust me, that is the new oil we have in Africa, especially Nigeria as a country. Okay, so yeah, that's the reason why I felt like, oh, I should start this channel in the first place. So I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to achieve that as time goes on. So guys, I hope you're gonna stay here with me, and I hope I'm gonna be able to make you people be encouraged, okay, by everything you see on this channel. Okay, so please guys, I want you to stay here. Keep looking forward to each and every videos I'm going to be posting in the nearest future about my personal experience, about how I started my farm and how it's going right now. Like I said guys, everything you're going to be getting here is going to be organic. So that means everything I'm going to be telling you is going to be based on how I practice, like what I'm practicing, what I've practiced in the past and what I'm still practicing right now. So it's not like I'm coming here to be a lecturer or to be a lecturer, like by just going on the internet and reading some stuff to you and all of that. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put this video up to actually relate how I started my farm, how it was able to work for me as a Chinese resident and having business back home without no problem. Like and so far that I've actually achieved and attained like some kind of success as regards the business. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to put out there so that I can encourage people who are actually trying to do something but they don't actually know how to start. So today guys, I'm gonna be telling you how I started. Okay, so guys, just sit back and enjoy this video. If you're gonna, the fact is you're definitely not gonna get bored. But if you're gonna eat something, just have a popcorn or whatever, or water, just put it by your side as you enjoy this video. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna tell you guys is what I did when I actually wanted to start my farm. Was the first thing I think I had at that time was my mindset, because I believe in life, everything you want to do, regardless, even if it's not agro business, whatever you want to do, you have to have this mindset that, you have to have a picture of how you want that thing to look like, right? You have to have a motive, the reason why you are going into that thing. You are gonna be able to like identify all these things, like how do I want this thing to look like, and what is my mindset all about? Do you think you're gonna fail? Do you think, oh, this is not gonna be this is gonna be successful? You get what I mean? So those are the things at that moment that I was able to like finalize within myself. I already had that mindset that, yeah, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. This is gonna be successful in the first place. And also I realized that I was not just gonna do it just anyhow, okay? That's the first thing, because I've heard stories of people saying, oh, they started their poultry from a backyard, they started their poultry from like within a cubicle, stuff like that. For me, I knew that that was not what I wanted to do, okay? Now, guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying those people who said they started their poultry from the backyard or whatever, they didn't, like, they were not right. That is what they felt was right for them, right? But don't forget that I'm sharing how I started my own farm business, okay? How I started everything from the scratch. And like I said, everything is going to be organic. I'm going to be sharing my own story, okay? So don't forget that. So this is me just telling you guys what I did, how I kickstarted my business, okay? So yeah, the first thing I had was the mindset. The mindset was there that I want to have something very big. I probably want to be like if not the biggest in Africa. Like, I already know this is the brand I want to build that is going to be able to compete with a lot of already established agro businesses in Nigeria. Like, in the next 10 years, like, I want to be able to compete with them, you know, like on not just a kind of local basis, but international level as well, you know. So that mindset was already set there. So I knew that I was not going to be starting from the backyard. I was not going to be having this backyard story, okay? So I knew I was going to start big. So then I had to get a land. That was the first thing, because I knew I didn't want to rent a property to do that, or because I was planning on erecting stuff that it's gonna be there for a very long time. So, you know, I knew that I could have a problem if I rented a place. Let's say, oh, I'm renting a place for like 5 years. So what happens after 5 years? Or if I'm renting after for 10 years, so what happens after 10 years? So that means everything I've erected, I have to demolish them, or you know, that's kind of not certain, you know, and I didn't want to give room for any kind of uncertainty. So I had to buy a property first. Like, I bought 3 plots of land, and even though I have a bit of issues or here and there, you know, in Nigeria you have issues with land and stuff like that. So, well, I was able to overcome that, and that passed. So after that, I decided that I was gonna fence. So yeah, and this was not really easy because, like I said, it's a 3 plot of land, and with the inflation in Nigeria, everything is just skyrocketing. Like, what we bought cement today, tomorrow it's already something different. You know, it gave me a bit of tough time trying to do that. I mean, the fencing first, right? And so at a point, I was like, damn, this is actually gonna take a lot, right? And even when I started, I didn't really know it was gonna take a lot of money like that. But when I kickstarted, when I started the construction of the fencing, then I knew, wow, this is definitely not gonna be so easy like I thought, you know, because at first, even with my mindset and everything, I already had a budget at for like I already had a budget for what I was going to start with, you know, like with the construction and all of that. But then I realized it's probably going to take more than that. So I started the fencing, I did everything, everything was perfect. So yeah. So after that, like I said, I'm still gonna go back to the mindset, right? I already knew that this is something that's gonna be big, right? So in the beginning, I knew that I was not like I was ready. I already made my inquiries as regards cameras, as regards solar system, like installing solar powers and all of that on the farm. Because this is sorted. So anytime the farm is going to be ready, when we want to put chickens and all of that, then I can just install my cameras and also the solar system and everything. So I already had that picture of how everything was going to look like. So we started the constructions, and which you're going to see here in the video. So after that, then I faced a big problem, because you know that if you want to do poultry farming, you have to have good water supply. There's no way you're gonna have a poultry and you're gonna be buying water from outside to be bringing for the chickens to feed on, to drink and all of that. So when I bought this land, right, I didn't know that it's actually that part of the city that it's considered low yield when it comes to water. So I didn't know. Then it was time for us to dig the borehole, and the first one, I called the engineers. They said, "Oh, this is what it was going to cost me." I said, "Okay, no problem. Just go ahead and do that." They came. They did the survey of the land so that they can check it out. Where they can probably have high yield water. Then the guy was like, "Oh, you know what? Here it's gonna be a little bit okay, but we're not sure if it's gonna be like as much as what we want." So they did the survey. I gave them money to dig the borehole. After digging, lo and behold, nothing came out from the borehole. Oh, well, something actually came out, but we pumped it and it was just for 10 minutes. So leaving us with like less than, let's say, 100 liters of water. So, and there is no way that we could we're gonna start poultry farm for that matter with that. So this brought a lot of discouragement to my heart. I was like, damn, how am I gonna start a poultry without reliable source of water? So then I left it. Actually, I literally left that, and I told them, you know what, let's just forget about this, because I've spent a lot of money digging that borehole at that time, and I was just like, I didn't want to take that risk anymore to dig another pot and it comes out low yield again, or we don't probably not even gonna find any water in the new place that we're gonna dig. So I told them just ignore that for now, because I didn't want any kind of negative vibes around me. So I just said, okay, let's start the construction, because like I said, it's a big it's 3 plots land, right? So definitely we need we were gonna do a farmhouse, we were gonna do the security building, so that we can, because it's a farm, we have to have a security person to be watching over it. So I told them, I spoke to my engineers, they gave me a plan, they gave me a cost, this is what it's going to cost. I said, okay, continue. After doing that, so I realized that I didn't really have enough cash at that time to simultaneously do both the farmhouse and the security house together. So I was like, okay, no problem, I think the most important right now is the security house, right? So I said, okay, continue with that. We did that. We installed the gates. We made sure that the farm land was secured, because I didn't want a situation whereby we're gonna invest a lot of money on that land, and after we start, then people start coming from outside to come and steal any of our stuff or anything like that. So I made sure I perfected that first, security first. Okay. So, and also that is what I'm gonna advise people who want to start farming, especially when you want to go into animal farming. Make sure that your security, you put your security on number one, because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money in a place that one day somebody just comes or something happens and everything is gone. So for me, that was one of the first thing that was on my priority. Security, like securing the land, everything, like round, fencing it round, and also getting a nice place for the security person when they start so that they can stay there. So I was able to achieve that, and yeah, that was off it. So after that, I realized again that damn, it's like it kicked on my head again that we still don't have water on this place. So, meaning it's probably going to be impossible to it's going to be impossible to start something on that place without water. But then one side of me again still saying, you know what, don't worry, when we start we can probably be buying water, because I didn't really, I was trying to, like, that side of me that makes me always believe that nothing can stop me was actually the one also telling me that don't worry, if worse come to worse, we're gonna keep buying water until we are able to dig a borehole on that piece of land. So I ignored that water issue again. I said, okay, let's start the penthouse. The penthouse is where the chickens are gonna stay. And I was like, okay, for a start, I was not gonna do less than 10,000. So I told the contractor that please just do your calculation, take the bricklayer there, measure the land that you think is gonna be enough for a 10,000 capacity. Right? That was what I told them. And the guy went there, they measured the land, they did it. So we started construction. So after finishing constructing the penthouse, I was like, okay. I brought in the cage installer because I didn't want to use the deep litter system, because there are two types of ways you can rear your chicken if you want to, if depending on what you want to do. If you want to do it as for eggs production, or you want to do broilers for meat production. So, but for me, I knew I was gonna do egg production, so it was very important that I use the cage system. And then I had some people saying, oh, you can start with deep litter system and all of that, but I had to do my research as regards cage and deep litter system. Then I knew that it's very much easier for chickens to get infected with a lot of viruses why they use deep litter system. And it's also very it's also very kind of difficult to maintain, like cleaning all the time, like it's pretty much difficult. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for the cage system. So then I brought in the cage installer, and I was like, okay, bro, how many capacity do you think this place can go with? And I was so heartbroken, guys. I was very heartbroken when this guy told me, oh, it's not gonna be more than 4,000. No, at first he said it's gonna be like 3,500. I was like, fuck, shit, like this is like, I was thinking of starting a 10,000 capacity poultry house, right? I mean poultry, and Now you're telling me, oh, it's not possible because what the build, the penthouse, the build is probably just gonna take about 3,500 birds. I was so heartbroken because I felt like, no, that is too small. You know, that zeal in me was like, I want to build something very big, you know, to start very big and stuff like that. So I was so heartbroken, and then I had to tell them, you know what? Is there a way we can make sure it gets to 4,000 at least? And he said, yeah, okay, no problem. So the guy went back again, did his calculations again. I said, okay, yeah, we're gonna be able to get 4,000 birds out of, I mean, to rear 4,000 birds inside that penthouse. I said, okay, no problems. So fast forward, we installed the cages, we did everything. You know, we installed 2,000 first. Like I said, then I was actually thinking I was going to install everything, like all the 4,000 cages at once. Like, it was a lot of money. I never really knew that cages is actually so expensive like that. So then I told the installer that, okay, can you tell me the estimate of what it's going to cost us to install all the 4,000? And he told me, I was like, okay, no problem, I'm going to work towards that. And I think I contacted him back like next 2 weeks, and he was like, Mr. Kenny, you know what? The price of the cage is already up right now. Like the gap was highly significant. I was like, you know what? I got really pissed, guys. Like I got really pissed. I got really frustrated. I was like, nah, I never knew this is how this thing is gonna be, right? Of course, I knew it's gonna be the kind of long time stuff, like it's what I want to be pumping my savings in and all of that. But I just kind of got really angry at that moment that, damn, like, okay, take for example, let's say something was like 1,000 naira yesterday, right? And I asked like today, and they're telling me it's now about 1,400. Like, that's not possible. Like, I was just angry with the system, with everything that what's happening in this country. Why is everything just getting so tough and tough, like more expensive like that? So to cut the story short, I had to get, okay, for now I'm just gonna go with 2,000 kgs, right? So it was installed, and guys, remember that I still have the issue of water, right? We still couldn't get water that could sustain us to run that place, even if you bring in chicken. So after installing the cage, that hits back on me again, like, damn, there's no water here. And like I said, you know, I was thinking, okay, maybe we could be buying water and like every week or twice a week. Then when I was making my consultation, because I have a few friends who are actually in agribusiness as well, who are actually doing who are doing poultry in particular. So I just called this guy that day, hey bro, what's up? I want to do this, blah 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 blah. There, but I'm thinking I should still be buying water for the meantime. And this guy was like, Kenny, don't do that. Like, nah, don't try that. That else you're probably gonna lose all your birds, because you don't know where this water is coming from. You don't know if it's gonna be treated water. And for chicken, they don't need treated water. It has to be pure water, like pure from the source. You get what I mean? So, and that actually also brought me back to everything I've read, and like how I've read people's story that they said they bought a particular number of chicken and everything just died, you know? I've heard a lot of stories like that. So, and like I said, don't forget that when I was starting, I had this mindset that I was already ready for like what was going to happen. I knew that I didn't want to do it the way these people that have always come across the story that, oh, I started from my backyard, I lost all my chickens and all of that. So I knew that that was not what I want to do. You get what I mean? Like, that I didn't want to go that route. So I wanted to do everything completely. Like, I want everything to be complete before I bring in chicken and all of that. So I was like, okay, this guy told me that, okay, don't worry, I'm gonna help you call another surveyor, like all these borehole drillers and all of that. Then I got another person. The guy came there. They looked at the water. I mean, they looked at the land. They got another thing. They were, oh, okay, this time this place is gonna have enough water to sustain this place, right? And so something led to something again. The borehole guy didn't pick my call anymore. I think he realized that that place is actually low yield, like, and he didn't want to jeopardize his work, because that's gonna cost him his reputation. You know, I believe he didn't want to work on that land, so he just stopped picking my call. So with one faith, I just called somebody that, oh bro, you told me you are into this and that, and he said, yeah, don't worry. Oh, I said, where are you now? I said, oh, sorry, I'm in Lagos. I'm not gonna be able to come to Ekiti, but I can link you up with somebody. So that person, I got to talk to that person. He came there. He said, bro, don't worry, let me try this and that, and he did the survey again. So guys, don't forget that this is actually the third time that I'm spending money to come and get somebody else to look on how we can get water on that piece of land. So quickly, I'm gonna stop there for a second. Like, and this is one thing I want to talk about. Like, as a business person, you should be ready for the unthinkable, because at the end of the day, not everything is gonna go as planned as you pre-thought, you know. So you should be ready. Like, it has to be part of your mindset, state of mind, that okay, anything can happen, and you have to be ready for it, you know. And it's not cheap, trust me. If for me, if to get it right, you have to be ready that, okay, you want to invest proper money and you want to do it right, because sometimes cheap things can be more expensive, if you understand what I mean. Like, if you're trying to cut corners, it can cost you more. And I feel like that is actually one of the things that happened to the people that have heard their story. Oh, I started in the backyard, I started this, and I ended up losing all my birds, or all my animal, or everything like that, you know. So I knew that cheap things could be more expensive on the long run. So I didn't want to go the cheap route. So yeah. So guys, just make sure that if you want to kickstart your farm, your anything you want to do, make sure you get it right. Like, don't just jump onto something because, oh, I'm tired, I've spent a lot of money and all of that. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna realize that it's gonna bring you back to step one, which you don't like. You're probably gonna regret, and you're gonna spend more. So it's just better to get it right once and for all. So, like I was saying, so the third guy came, and he was like, okay, no problem, I'm gonna give you a try. And they came. I spent another money, like almost double of how much I spent in the first time, right? And so this guy gave me, oh, he told me that they're gonna drill up to, I think, 80 centimeters. I mean, 80 meters, sorry. He said they're gonna drill 80 meters. And I said, okay, no problem, just drill it. And I was on phone with them. They already drilled about 60 meters. Nothing was coming out. It was just dust. I was like, damn, I wasted money again. So it was 75 centimeters, and guys, it just got to 80 centimeters, and this water just boom, boom, boom. Like it was popping outside. I was like, damn. Okay, actually, I was at work, right? And my friend, who also happened to be my manager, that is helping me take care of things back home, just called me. Hallelujah, we finally go, what that, blah, blah, blah. You know, like I could also feel that excitement from him because he knew that, like, I've been so frustrated about this water and it was pumping out, guys. Like, you have to see. And now I'm actually going to show you, yeah, that is it. Like, the water was pumping out. And I was like, damn. But they told me that this place is low yield, you know. So that was how that actually happened, and I was able to get water, and now I was like, yes, I can now start something on this land. So guys, this is where I'm going to start stopping today. Watch out for my next video. It's gonna be a bomb, and I'm also gonna share more with you in my next video. Trust me, it's gonna worth your time. Don't forget, I'm here telling my story just to encourage people who want to go into agro business or people who don't even know how to start that. Trust me, guys, agro business or nothing. Okay, that is what I want to tell you. Agro business is not or nothing. There are a lot of opportunities out there in agro business that you can actually explore if you want to be very wealthy. If you're looking for something that is going to be highly sustainable for long, that is going to guarantee that is going to guarantee your future. Trust me, agro business is the answer. Okay, so guys, watch out for my next video. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and also share and like. Also, don't hesitate to leave me some comments, questions. If you want to ask me any question, please kindly leave them in the comment section. I'm going to be more than happy, and I'm going to be looking forward to reading from you guys. Bye. Peace out.